yesterday. In the meantime, we can speak to brand and reputation analyst Jonathan Gabay, who joins us now. Welcome to you.
Good morning.
Just how much damage will this have done to BA?
This couldn't have come at a worse time. I'll tell you why. Because this is the last chance that any airline or holiday company or travel company has in terms of influencing the public in terms of the forthcoming summer holidays. So people are thinking about, you know what, last-minute chance now, who should I go with? So that is going to affect them in a big way. The whole thing has been a complete debacle for BA, because what they've forgotten about is the C of communication. Yeah. And there has been a total lack of communication.
And that's been the big problem.
Absolutely, because, I mean, it's all great that they're saying that they're going to out as soon as possible, but that doesn't really mean anything to the people who are stranded out there. What they should have had is great communications with a backup plan. A backup plan that even if the worst should happen, which is what has happened in terms of electricity outages and all that sort of idea, that they're going to know what to do on the ground. They're going to speak to people. That's what people need from brands. They need people to speak to them to explain what's going on.
But what if they don't know what's going on? It was all unfolding.
Fine. And then even if they don't know what's going on, then they have another C, which is a contingency plan. And in that contingency plan, they say, and what if we don't even know what's going on? What do we do to reassure people? Because it is not right, although I love Sky News, right, but it is not right that Sky News is the information mouthpiece for British Airways in terms of where are my bags? Why am I queuing up?
Yes, so many
here?
of the passengers saying that's exactly where they're
you know what I mean?
their information.
This is their job, not your job. And so, therefore, I think that they have made a fundamental error, and they should have done something about it. It should not have arisen. It's as simple as that.
Well, let's speak to Luke Limbach. We tried to get through to him a little earlier on. He joins us from Terminal 3 at Heathrow. Luke, just tell us what happened to you yesterday. Run us through what actually went on.
We're hopefully flying to Orlando on a big family holiday. There were loads of us, loads of kids as well. We got to the airport, checked in. A bit of chaos there, but it was okay. Went to the gate, everything, got through to the gate, and then we were held there. We didn't really get any information. We were held for about 2.5 hours at the gate. We heard there's a computer bug, and eventually they told us to go out of the gate, unchecked us, told us to go wait in departures. We waited there for about another 3 hours, and then we got called to a gate. We thought that we were going to be flying out. Even though we've heard on the news that all the flights were cancelled, they didn't say that in the airport. So we went through to the gate, and when we got there, we were just pushed out, pushed down a line, back to baggage reclaim, given a piece of paper with our rights on it, and that was it. We couldn't talk to anyone. We were kicked out of the airport, basically.
So you're echoing what many have said, that the communication was really poor, and people who were at least on the ground still didn't update you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The people on the ground really were security and police rather than BA staff. BA staff wouldn't really talk to us at all.
And what's the situation today? What have you been told now?
Our flights were fully cancelled. We were told that was it. We had to try and rebook with another airline. We were lucky enough to do that, so we're flying with Virgin today, but we are out of pocket for that.
And what about compensation? Have you made any inquiries about that, whether you will be compensated?
We haven't had a chance to talk to BA about it yet. We've just had a letter saying the flights will be refunded and you get the basic hotel and food allowance, but nothing about other flights or alternative arrangements at all.
OK, well, listen, Luke, thank you very much for speaking to us. Safe travels on your onward journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Jonathan Gabay still with us and repeating the same accusation that the information wasn't forthcoming, although there were staff on the ground.
Before you came on and just said exactly what you just
Well, there you are, but that is what people are feeling. That is a genuine feeling. I mean, for example, last night, they didn't actually release a video until 7 o'clock at night, last night, which again was using another place, which was Twitter, rather than their own. I understand because their site was down. But again, they should have had a contingency plan in there. They should have actually had staff training in terms of what do you do in a situation like this. I know that we all of us, you, me, all of us in the world, we absolutely are dependent on computer systems and all the rest of it. But you know what? Computer systems can and do go down, and they will go down again, by the way. about it.
So moving forward,
Yeah.
this has all happened. They handled it badly, as you're saying. What should they do now? If they were going to call your services and say, look, Jonathan, what should we do to turn things around to get people clicking and buying tickets through us?
Okay, it's all about good training of their staff, yeah, so that they know what to do. So they will tell their staff, this is what you do. They will tell the people on the ground, this is what you do, yeah. This is how you handle problems in terms of queues or whatever it might be. So it's great training, right? And it needs to be put in now, right? Because this will happen again and again and again, because we are all dependent on the machines. But we have to be dependent on ourselves and intuition.
Very quickly, in a word, can BA recover from this?
In terms of short term, it's going to be really difficult. Long term, they will recover from it.
Okay.